G'day, I'm Mark Hoth and welcome to Swift Almanac, where we teach you the basics of Swift in 10 minutes or less. Today's lesson is while and repeat while loops. So let's have a look at while and repeat while loops in 10 minutes or less. So a while loop allows you to continue to iterate through a series of statements until a condition is met. So we'll set this variable, which is our condition variable, the test. We'll set it to false to start off with. And we'll set up a variable, a counter, which is going to be equal to 5, the integer. So the syntax is while, and then the condition, and the condition can be as complex as you like, as long as it returns a Boolean value. And then while this condition is true, the while statement is going to start at this brace and finish this brace and execute everything within those two braces. You can put functions, etc. inside these braces. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to print out the counter to find out what the current value is. If the counter is 5, then we're going to set the test to be false, and that'll allow us to drop out of the loop, because the next time it iterates, the test will be false, and we print that statement. Else if the counter is less than 5, we want to add 1 to the counter to bring it closer to 5, and otherwise the counter must be greater than 5, or 5 itself. Well, it must be in fact greater than 5, because we have equals 5 here. If it's greater than 5, we're going to subtract one number from it, and we're going to print this statement out. So when the test is true, it iterates exactly once, it prints out the counter 5, and it hits this if statement, it sets it to false, and then it prints out set condition to false, exit loop. If we were to set a value to 10, or a counter to 10, it's going to start at 10 and decrement until it gets to 5, and then it is going to exit the loop. So it's going to iterate through this loop here 5 times, and the same if we had 0, then it's going to increment from 0 up to 5 to get out. Now you need to be very careful that you don't get into an infinite loop. So for instance, if this is a let variable, a constant, well, that's always going to be it's always going to be true, and it can't change because it's a constant, and so you're going to be trapped in this infinite loop and you're going to crash your application. That's a brutal way of doing it, but you must make sure that, for instance, you actually do set the exit condition, otherwise, as you can see, it's just infinitely going through the loop. And now it's thinking. So the repeat while loop works exactly the same as the while loop, except it always executes once. So the syntax is we have repeat at the top, and again we repeat everything between the first brace and this last brace, and at the bottom that's where the test condition is tested while the test. So again, in this instance, we will repeat, we'll push the counter, print the counter I should say, which is going to say 10, and then it's going to go through the loop and do all the things. There's no print statements in this one. But it's basically going to always iterate through this loop once, and then it's going to set the test value. So if we had 5 there, then it's going to exit. It's going to iterate through the loop once and then exit. So here you can see the test is set to false, but we're still going to run through here, and then just to make it clear, the test is starting off as false, and it's going to go through the loop once. That's why we get the print 10, and then it's going to check the value here while false. Well, that's it for while and repeat while loops. If you have any questions about the tutorial, then please leave a comment below or hit me up on Twitter @SwiftAlmanac. Please subscribe to the channel, it's free, and check out our website at www.swiftalmanac.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.